In other developing news, residents of Diepkloof Hostel in Soweto say they do not want empty promises when Gauteng Human Settlements MEC Lebogang visits the area. Maile is there following yesterday's protest. Residents barricaded roads with burning tyres and rocks. They were protesting over the dilapidated state of the hostel and other service delivery challenges. For more on this, let's bring in our reporter Mbalenhle Mthethwa, watching developments in the area for us. And Mbalenhle, by sunset yesterday, there'd been relative calm restored there. I wonder what the situation is looking like after 9 o'clock this morning.
Well, Ayanda, it remains to be seen whether the calm that was restored late in the evening yesterday will continue throughout the day today, as we are hearing from those who are residents here at the Diepkloof Hostel, and they have expressed unhappiness over the messaging that was delivered by the MEC for housing, who has been taken away from the area by security personnel on concerns of security threats. He was taken away just at the top of the hour, and this is why we do not have him standing by with us, but we do have some of the residents here who are going to give us a sense of what they feel the messaging that was brought by the MEC, what kind of developments will come from that, and how happy are they regarding that. But he did go on a walkabout and went to the worst affected hostel homes here, which are dilapidated with holes inside the actual house, and the walls and the bricks of the house really just falling apart. And these are the living conditions here. Now I'm joined by one of Izinduna here, or the chairperson leading some of the residents. He's not the only one. There are those who are more senior to him. Thank you so much for speaking to us. Before we went live, you said something along the lines that you are really unhappy with the message that was delivered here by the MEC. Why is that? Yindaba uzizwa ungajabulile neze neze ngomyalezo lethu uMEC khona la ehostel.
Sisi angazi mhlambe ngibe ngayiphi indlela, kodwa kwanani nje nikhona njengemedia nizwile into echaza uMEC ukuthi ayikho. uMEC uzodlala ngabantu. uMEC uthi akasebenzisana, uthi uyasebenzisana neCity. iCity ayikho yona ukuyiphendulela. Umeya sibe naye before wathi umeya yena uyasevisa. Imali yokulungisa ama-hostel iphethwe yiprovince. Uyajika yena manje mayese akamphethe uCity, uza yedwa uzothi yena akawalungisa ama-hostel abafana noDeepkloof, ulungisa ama-hostel aqala kina City. So ngalowo ndlela uyasididi, ungididile nje mina, yabo. Angikusho nje ngithi uMEC ubezodlala nje ngathi njoba ezenje la, ayikho into ayikhulumile nje thina singathi siyizwile. Bekuzodlalwa ngabantu nje ukuthi abantu belalele bese beyasuka.
Isithembiso ke uthini ngaso lesi esenziwe uMEC ukuthi uzobuya ngolesine. Umebuya ngolesine uzobuya nabanye laba basemagunyeni mhlambe abazokwazi ukuthi bakhulumisane kanye nani. uMEC noma engabuya no meya, ngoba uthi uzobuya no meya neCity, kuyakutshela ukuthi kusozokhonjwana. Thina sifuna i-plan of action kuphela la, asifuni uzokhonjwana. Sesikhathele i-boardroom, uhlala nje i-boardroom, ngoba uyochazayo ukuthi si right masiphuma siprotesta. Kodwa futhi masiphuma siprotesta ngaphandle uthuma amaphoyisa ukuthi awazolimaza abantu ebashayi ebengene ebashayi abantu uyosho ukuthi ba right abantu bephuma beprotesta. Kodwa futhi yena at the same time yena ezazi ukuthi unephutha la uphethe imali yethu, uthi abantu amaphoyisa ababuya zoshaya abantu kanjani ezazi ukuthi unephutha. So mina iyangiqaka lento yabo bobabili benomeya ukuthi basebenzisana kanjani, ngoba kufanele ukuthi ngabe bayasebenzisana. Uyasevisa, uphethe infrastructure, then yena uphethe imali yokwakha ama-hostel. So iCity yona iyasevisa, yena uphethe imali. Uma sengimbuza kanjalo mina, ubethe yena akaphethe imali kayilungisa, useyavuma manje ukuthi yena uyiphethe le mali kodwa akanayo. Akuqeleke njengoba ningajabulile ngomlayezo onilethele uyena uMEC, yini inqubekela phambili mhlawumbe?
Angikusho ukuthi abantu bala Deepkloof bayalalela, abekho violence ngendlela abacabanga ngabo. Sizobalalela nje, sibanikele ithuba labo langolesine, but ifuneka bazi ukuthi makusukela ngolesine bengayiphethe i-plan of action yala ngoba asifuni ukuthi sizohlala sifuna thina besitshele ukuthi kusukela manje senzani hayi ukuthi sizoxoxa ubezositshela ukuthi siza nini eDiepkloof inkontrakt ifika nini kuzolungisa eDiepkloof ukuthi demolish ngoba iqiniso lithi bawathumile ama njengo province bawathumile ama survey nama engineer afika ikondema le hostel but yena uyakuphika futhi uyasebenza la hostel at the same time yena futhi ujika vume ukuthi uyasebenza nama hostel so uyabona ukuthi kushuthi idlala igame edlalela yona.
There you have it. That is one of the chairpersons or Induna in the hostel. I'm just going to give you a summary of what he has said. And he is essentially saying that they are unhappy with the message that was brought by the MEC, and they feel that the MEC was here to pull wool over their eyes and to really just get them out of the streets, to get them to stop protesting. He promised to come back on Thursday with the mayor and other stakeholders for a meeting with the hostel leaders, Izinduna, and to also just pave a way forward. But they are unhappy with this because they are just worried that that might not happen given that Thursday is a public holiday. But they're also saying that they do not want to have any more conversations or talks. They want a plan of action, and they want the MEC, when he comes back or returns with all the other stakeholders, including the mayor of the city of Johannesburg, to come in with a plan of action and tell them when they will start with the reconstruction of this hostel. They're also unhappy with the fact that they are alleging that the MEC had initially said that he is not responsible, his department is not responsible for the refurbishing hostels, and later admitted that yes, the department is responsible for refurbishing hostels. However, they do not have the funds at the moment. However, the hostel dwellers are saying that we do understand that you might not be able to demolish every structure and rebuild it right away, but we want an understanding or a plan which will then be mapped out to say which areas will be built first and in how many stages and when that will indeed happen. And what they're saying is that right now they're going to go into a community meeting where they will hear out the community members and give a report back to them. However, should this meeting not take place on Thursday, they will go back into the streets. That is what they have vowed to do, and they're saying that the hostel residents are not as violent as they've been made out to be, and they are very willing to listen to what will be presented to them. However, should that meeting, this is the warning that has come from the residents here, should that meeting not happen, they will return into the streets. Now, we have to remember that they have recently been electrified after living here for many years, since this hostel was built without electricity, and the city of Johannesburg saying that they have provided the hostel with bulk water services as well as electrifying the area, which are the services that are provided by local government. However, even though the hostel is under the ownership of the city of Johannesburg, they do not, however, have the funds to refurbish and rebuild the hostel, and that is the responsibility of the province, you know. So it seems as though there is that back and forth, and residents are saying that they are not going to be a part or partake in the back and forth between the provincial government and the local government authorities. All they want is a way forward, and they want an improvement in the living conditions, which have really turned into a very dire situation with dilapidated houses, turning this hostel, one of the oldest hostels here, into squalors. Now, the provincial government saying that they own 6 hostels and their responsibility is to those hostels. However, they will not leave this hostel out, and they will try their best, despite the fact that they do not have sufficient resources to do so, saying that, you know, the city would require 20 billion rand in order to improve the bulk water services, over the infrastructure rather, to provide the area with bulk water services, and 3 billion rand to rebuild this. And this is something that they have done, they have gone ahead and gotten research done in order to establish the amount of money that would be required in order to give this place a facelift and improve the lives of the people who live here and restore the dignity of those who live here. Right now, people are screaming and shouting, not necessarily screaming, but it seems as though there's an announcement and people are being called to go somewhere, and we will stick around to hear what happens. But the police visibility around here is very high. There are public order policing everywhere, including behind me. But for now, it is back to you in studio.
Mthethwa, thanks very much indeed. Mthethwa was there from Diepkloof in Soweto.